Welcome to Selling Tri-Cities, where we are selling more than homes. This project was created to share our love and passion for this beautiful part of the country that we are lucky enough to call home. We want to showcase the small businesses, the entrepreneurs, and the beauty that makes the Appalachian Highlands one of the most desirable markets in the nation. But most importantly, we want to introduce you to the people that make this area such a wonderful place to live. So join us as we sell you on our love for the Tri-Cities. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Selling Tri-Cities, where we are selling more than homes with Gregg Pechmann and Aubrey. Today, we are with David Strickland with Assured Insurance Consultants, and he's going to share a little bit about the services they provide, why insurance is so beneficial for everyone, and a little bit about how he got started and why he loves doing what he does. So David, tell me a little bit about your background, kind of like how you got started and then kind of how you got to where you are now.
I was working for a CPA firm, and what I was doing was business development. And one of the things that was going on in that, we were always asked about insurance and investments. I wanted to get into the property and casualty side. He was just life and health, and started getting contracts from that side. And it's grown from that point to where today, our company, Johnson City Insurance and Assured Insurance Consultants, have merged to where we're taking two companies that were about the same size and merged together, which has expanded to where we are going to be called Assured Insurance Consultants. But our markets are much larger, our reach is further. Because, we do business in Tennessee and any state that touches Tennessee. So that's one of the nice things we can do. One of the things tried to work out with Greg for a while is getting it in Florida.
Yes.
Now with this merger, in 2023, we'll be able to operate in Florida.
It's about time.
I know, it's so true.
We talked about this like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yes, we've worked on it for a while, and it will get done now.
So in this area, or in any place of the U.S., right, there's a lot of insurance companies, like there's mortgage companies and real estate companies. What separates you guys from everybody else, you think?
So I think the separation is the options that we offer. The crazy thing is, if we write your home, we write your life, we write your autos, we write your business, and we write Aubrey's. The same company looks at your all's risk differently. So what's a good fit for her might not be a good fit for you. And that's where we can do options on that aspect. So it helps to have multiple markets to go to. To give you an idea, a captive agent, State Farm, Allstate, the ones that can only sell those products, they have a box they work in, and they're very good in that box. They really are very strong in that. But if somebody has a hiccup, like I received a text right before we started talking here. It's a captive agent sent me a note that says, "Hey, I've got a client I've had for years, had a second claim. I can't keep them. Can you help me?"
Sure.
Yeah, we can help. And that's one of the specialty things we can do. We can come along besides other insurance people and help them we're not have to compete with them.
Sure.
We can work together on making sure clients taken care of.
So what do you feel like is your bread and butter? And then what is one thing, we talked about, what is one thing that is not necessarily, it maybe could be insurance related, maybe not, but maybe a service that you guys provide that you feel like nobody really knows about and is maybe undervalued?
So the service we provide is, yes, we can write your home. Yes, we can write your auto. Yes, we can shop and compare. So can others. But you know what? As you expand, we're the group that can expand with you. As you start, and then you start to expand into a family, and we need to protect that family because you think your house is your biggest asset, it's your income. So we start protecting that. What happens if you're gone? What happens to her? So we can do that aspect. You decide to become an entrepreneur, and you build a business. You don't have to go anywhere else. You've already got a relationship here. We've already got a market to do that, to be able to walk straight into that aspect. Things get really good. You buy a house that's $4 or $5 million, high net worth houses. Some can't do that. We can walk you right into that aspect also. And the aspect of you buy houses in other states. We can do that. So I think the value and specialty a lot of people don't know is as you grow, we can grow with you, but where you start, we can start there too.
Yeah, I love that. I feel like that correlates with you too, just at Hancock Mortgage, what you're able to do compared to maybe like a big bank. You can really kind of get in there and help more than what maybe a loan officer at just like a big box bank can do.
Sure.
Because you just have that ability and flexibility and the options.
Yeah. The options is the key and so forth. So, being in insurance, you said for 17 years, right? What's been the hardest part? Because it comes down to when you start a business, book a business, whether mortgage, real estate, or insurance, it's sales, right? It's sales, education, trying to build that base. So for somebody looking to get into, let's say, sales or just in general, but even insurance, what advice would you give to somebody getting into that type of business?
So, like a lot of businesses, it is producer-wise, it's commission-driven.
Yep.
So you've got to build your policies to grow your commission, to grow your income. It's a head down for 18 months, work,
Yep.
do business. But on the business side, people have to believe you're going to stay in it.
Yeah.
You don't have to know everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it is, if you don't know the answer, you've got a ton of professionals behind you that can get you the answer.
Exactly.
But they have to see that this is something you're going to do. This is something you're going to stay in, and you're serious about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And be consistent on a daily basis on it. When, from my side, when somebody's purchasing a house and so forth, we kind of guide them and say, hey, listen, talk to David and so forth. When somebody wants to get, because a lot of people don't understand a lot of times with insurance. Why do I need insurance if I'm not going to use it? Well, that's the worst thing to say, right? Because eventually you're going to need it at some point, right? So when somebody's trying to price it out and trying to get premiums, when you bundle stuff together, can you talk about that? If somebody's looking to purchase a house and get home insurance, if they get a policy just with the house, or if you combine it with certain things, can you help them with the premiums? Explain how that works.
So in that world, if you bundle your home and auto, the companies, and this is all companies, I'd love to say I'm the only one that can pull that off, but the company will take the discount and put it on the home.
Yep.
That's where the discount, so their premium goes from, instead of $1,000, all right,
Yeah.
now it becomes $850
Gotcha.
if they put those together.
Mm-hmm.
So making sure you bundle is always best for everyone. Being that we have multiple markets, doesn't mean because one company rates you at $1,000 and another one has you at $1,100. Put your autos in there, because you might find out the one that was $1,100 total package has you at $1,800, where the other one has you at $2,000.
Sure.
So it's just checking those aspects. When you add another vehicle on, so they start giving you discounts on the vehicle side when you put multiple vehicles together.
Yeah.
So the more you put together, the more the insurance company's going to love you to be involved with them.
You'd be surprised how many people don't know that they should bundle. I have a lot of clients who they have a car policy through one place, or maybe it's a place that only does car insurance or something, and then they have their life insurance or something through somebody else. Again, and that stuff is fine, so it might be wealth management. Then they have their home insurance through another company. And it's like, why don't you find a place that you really enjoy, you feel comfortable with that agent, and they're there for you and they have the best interest are, and then bundle everything. But it's just kind of surprising how many people don't do that. And they are going to all these different places and have all these people they have to talk to, versus just having one person that they trust can handle all of that.
5 out of 10 people don't even know who their homeowner's insurance is through.
Yeah.
They really don't.
Yeah.
They get it,
Yeah.
and then
I forget about it.
they forget about it until something goes sideways.
Yeah. And then they freak out trying to find
They're
paperwork.
trying to find out. You know who they call? They call Greg and go, hey, I bought my house 3 years ago, and this went sideways. It's like,
I used to say I'm trying to find my own insurance company.
no, but it is amazing that
Yeah.
people don't realize. Here's a secret that people don't. It's not even a secret. It's just people think. If your insurance is inside of a mortgage, people think, well, I can't change it until renewal. That's untrue.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, they can change it any day they want to change it. They can change it.
Yeah.
It gets sent to the mortgage company. All right, there's a cancellation sent. The unused portion that they paid for goes back
Okay.
to the insured.
Yep.
What you have to make sure is the insured doesn't think that's just a bonus check.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then apply to the other
Yeah,
insurance.
they need to apply it to the
Yeah.
other insurance.
Yes.
Otherwise, their monthly payment has 2 insurance
Yes.
Yeah.
premiums lumped into it.
Yeah, we say the same thing when it comes to refinancing too. If they got to refinance, even though you paid X amount of dollars for insurance, some of that's going to be coming back to you, but be ready because we have to set up a new insurance anyway.
Yeah.
So, same concept. What's the biggest mistake you see people make when they get insurance? Is the lack of insurance, or of the amount and so forth, or is it something else that you see?
Well, you know, in the mortgage world, you're not going to be able to underinsure at least what the mortgage is.
Exactly. Yes.
So, any insurance agent that's really doing it right and with integrity, they do replacement cost only. All right. So, as of now, as we've all seen in the last 12 or 18 months, your renewals have gone up.
Yeah.
Because if you look at your dwelling coverage, the rebuild cost of houses has
Has gone.
crazy gone.
Yeah.
So insurance companies know that. The big thing is, if we're standing there and your house is gone, you want to make sure the check you get gets you back to where you were, not 60% of it or 70% of it.
Sure.
And people wanting to go cheap on their largest asset is, simple
Yeah.
things. One thing that's not in a homeowner's insurance policy is called water backup.
Mm-hmm.
So that is water backs up into your house, not flood from the outside. You have pipes back up.
Yeah.
It overflows. It comes up through the basement.
Yeah.
That's not covered. It's a whopping $60 a year to put, and I do the math on 12 months, to put $25,000 coverage on that to make sure that's
Yeah.
taken care of.
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
people, oh no, I don't want that. That's never going to happen to me.
Yeah.
I'm
You see it quite
yeah,
often.
knock on wood. In our area, there's a lot of sinkholes. There's a lot of caverns around here.
Yeah.
So in the last 4 years, I've had 3 sinkhole claims. One of them was $375,000.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
And he had sinkhole coverage.
Yeah.
The client called me one day, and it was on a Saturday.
Yeah.
He goes, hey, I got this crazy question.
Yeah.
Do I have sinkhole coverage? I go, yes, you do. He goes, how do you know that? I said, because I always put it on there. If you don't remember, I told you it's $80 on the year, and you said, that's fine. If I need it, put it on there.
Yeah.
And that thing ended up being that
Oh my
much.
gosh.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. And that's something a lot of people don't know. This is a huge, that is a big issue, is the sinkhole. I mean, people have said, the caverns, they think it's the lakes. I mean, there's just all different things, and especially when Boone Lake went down, sometimes there's some issues. So you're seeing, I feel like the past couple of years, past 5 or 6 years, we've seen a lot more of them come up. And so I feel like that is a big issue that a lot of residents in this area are not aware of. And that is a big ticket item for a small price each year.
So is your roof.
Yes.
And there are a few companies out there, they depreciate your roof on the year. So it's actual cash value on your roof. So, I mean, you know what a roof,
Yeah,
a roof's
a lot of money.
expensive. Let's say you drop 12 grand in your roof, and you had company X that does actual cash value on your roof, and it's 5 years in. So you got a $1,000 deductible first. Replacement costs $12,000. So they go, $1,000 deductible, we're gonna give you $7,000.
Because that's the amount of life that's left.
That's
So
what
that's
they
kinda
say
what
is
they're
left.
saying
And
is-
instead of having full replacement cost
Yes.
on my roof, it's done.
Yes. That's.
I did not even think about that either, because it's not, I mean, if you're talking 15 years into a roof, I mean, you have to get it replaced.
Yeah.
That's,
Plus costs are going this way.
I mean, you're
but your roof's
talking
gonna
20
be
to
going
30,
this
you're
way.
talking
So
20 to
double
30
whammy.
grand on
Oh yeah.
a roof a lot of times, I mean, 15 if you're lucky. So
Yeah.
that's a big difference as you take that away that I didn't know either.
Yeah, just spending
Yeah.
that time up front on your, on your policy, and at renewal, it's a good question to go, hey, did you do any improvements on your
Yeah.
house?
Yep.
Oh yeah, you know what? We finished out the whole basement downstairs. Well, holy crap.
Yeah.
If the insurance company does not know that, and they've increased the dwelling coverage by 10%, but you've increased the value by 25%.
That's a big gap.
Yeah.
Yep, when it happens,
So you've been doing this 17 years. You're big in the community. Can you tell us some things that you do to help out the community? Because I know you're involved in a lot of different organizations and so forth.
I am. I'm involved in Rotary, Johnson City Rotary here. And we do multiple things in that. One of the things I spearhead is called Top Soccer.
Okay.
All right, so Rotary, we put money into this, and this is soccer for kids with disabilities. And it goes on in April, and we involved high school and college kids around, and the Rotary get involved. That these kids with special, and I say kids, it's everything from 6 to 60
Gotcha.
come out, and they get to be the athlete on the day.
Gotcha.
Because all these people come around them and support them and be their buddies to be able to do that aspect. That's one of the things I really like being involved in the community. You know, also coach at the local high school.
Yes.
So I get to invest in young kids' lives. You know,
Do you sleep?
yeah. Yes. I have plenty to do around our house also. I have somebody that makes sure of that.
Yeah, that's it. I'm texting him at 4:30 in the morning, so you know, he's up right usually the same time I am. So.
I know you are involved. You just did something with all the local high school boys too, right? You just did something, which I thought was awesome.
All right, so it's called Project 22. And the 22 stands for, it says too much to live for. So the number 2, much to live for. And on the back side of this shirt we had made, it says, it's okay not to be okay. And it's trying to get these high school kids to realize that we're all a mess.
Yeah.
It's okay to have problems.
Yeah.
Don't suffer in silence. Speak up. And to try to get them to reach out. And we do this month of November, that we do 22 push-ups a day. So during November, those boys were together 2 times a week in the weight room. So on those days, we all do them together, even old man me. It puts the pressure on them because old man can do them too. But the other days that we're not together, we have a group chat that they're putting videos in. So in week 1, it's just the boys. Week 2, they go into the school and they start asking classmates to do them with them, but they have to video them telling them why they're doing them.
Gotcha.
So that they're spreading the word in there. Then they'll get, week 3, get teachers and administrators involved and other coaches. And then the last week, they go out into the community and try to get some businesses involved. So, and I'll tell you a real quick story. The day we finished, I got a text from a school teacher here in town that said, hey, I want you to know your project, that a kid got on the bus today. They were all loading up at an elementary school, overheard another kid say, I'm gonna go home and shoot myself with my dad's gun. Another kid heard him, came off, told an adult because he had heard about Project 22.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
I know.
Yeah.
That makes it all worthwhile.
That's exactly why it's done. I mean, these were through those high school boys. Somebody reached that kid
Wow.
Yeah.
to be able to share that.
That's an amazing
That's
story.
amazing.
Yep.
Amazing story.
That's even more important than the work you do here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's so rewarding.
Yeah.
So if somebody was like, I've got some questions, I need some insurance quotes, how can they reach out to you? What's the best way to get in touch with you?
So they can call here at the office. I mean, you can look up Johnson City Insurance or Assured Insurance Consultants. All right. It's a pretty easy number, 282-3111.
Okay.
Or they can reach me by phone or text. I get a lot of texts from people that go, hey, somebody give me your name. And, it's a great way to get right to me on my cell phone, 676-4802. They can grab me via email. You can find me on LinkedIn. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, any of those places. A lady brought her stuff to me the other day. So we've looked at it, and we're only going to be able to save her about $100. So I told her, I said, it's about $8.30 a month. Don't change. Do not change. It's not worth it. Don't change.
Yeah.
Let's look at it at renewal. If it's good, we'll do it then. And I think there's value in that.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I think there's value in that.
There's a lot of value in that. I think a lot of it is integrity. People are always trying to find somebody, one, they want a good deal, but they also want to know that they're working with somebody who has integrity and has their best interest at heart. And sometimes it's really hard to find, especially when you're in like a sales environment where you're commission based or all of that. So people think that it's all about the numbers and not about the people. Well, thank you so much, David, for coming on here, and you definitely taught me several things. So I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing, your passion for the industry and the community and everything else. And join us next week for another episode of Selling Tri-Cities, where we are selling more than homes.
Does that mean that's a take?
That's a wrap.
If you are a small business owner or an entrepreneur and would like your business highlighted,
please call 423-741-2564 or email aubrey.tellerico85@gmail.com. We would love to showcase your business.